Legacy 90.1 FM. Feel the vibe. Feel the vibe.
Yeah, you just heard the sounds there of Miss Janechuks and For You from that brand new Aphrodite EP. We've got a live on the line all the way from Lagos. Jane, how you doing, miss?
I'm very well, Stevie. How you doing?
I'm really, really good. Enjoying this nice, cool, warm evening. How's the weather doing over there?
It's warm here as well. It's warm here. Everything is A1.
Now, the last time I actually spoke to you, you just released a track called Single. You've now put this new EP out. Talk to me about the Aphrodite EP, the name of it, the concept behind it, and what was your overall thoughts on it, and you know?
The name, first of all, I've always been attracted to the word Aphrodite. It's the name. I run a hospitality business that's also called Aphrodite. And Aphrodite is the goddess of love, pleasure, and sex. So
wow.
I really connect to that word. As for the project, I feel like that project is a combination of songs that come from different parts of my life, basically. And I was able to make that music in a very comfortable space, and I feel like that project is the way I hope to sound.
Okay.
You know, every artist is sort of looking for a sound, you know. This person, Mr. Easy, has a sound. Malik Berry has a sound. So I've been trying to find my own sound, and this is the first time that I think I'm close. You know, I'm finally able to streamline what I think I want to sound like musically. So I'm just happy I was able to put out that project. It's something that I put a lot of work in, and a lot of people to also invest the time into it. So I mean, it was great. It was great to work on that.
I mean, what I can take from what you just told me there, and probably any man that's just tuned in and listening now wants to know is Janechuks a goddess of love?
You can say that. You can say that. I'm probably the best love advice giver.
Wow.
Yes, I mean, I would like to think that I understand the intricacies of love and intimacy.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'll stop there. We'll talk. We should talk about the sound that you was talking about there, and how you're getting your own sound now. I've listened throughout the 8 tracks on this EP. It is going against what is currently happening on the Nigerian production with the Shaku, the real pumping party Afrobeats. You do stand out because you've done something different.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your sound. It'd fit in the UK easily. It'd fit the US easily.
Yes.
How have the listeners, how have Nigeria taken to your sound, do you feel?
I mean, to be honest, the response has been great. It's been overwhelming, as a matter of fact. And it's not just Nigeria; it's everywhere else. It's the UK as well, it's Canada, it's the US. I mean, I'm really excited about the response. Nigeria is everyone here. There's no one that has said anything bad about it. And so far, people have liked at least 4 of the songs. Every single person has liked at least 4 of the songs. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
I mean, one thing I've noticed as well, when I log into Twitter around lunchtime or around 11 a.m. every day, we get a very philosophical tweet from Janechuks. Where do these thoughts come from? Very thought-provoking thoughts, Jane.
I'm a deep thinker. I always like to think, and I mean, it's not just about knowing something; it's understanding the thing that you think you know. And so, I've always been a philosophical person. I'm from a very religious family, so.
Does it help? Does it help with your songwriting, do you think?
The songwriting comes from. I mean, I'm also a writer. I told you. I think the last time we had a conversation, I told you that I used to have a blog that actually spoke about philosophical things like religion and supersexuality and tantric sex and things like that. So, I mean, this thing has always been, the whole philosophical thing has always, this is sort of my MO. It's something people that connect me with philosophical thoughts and why sane.
Wow, tantric sex, that could be a whole different discussion, Jane, but we won't go there.
No, not at all. This is the radio. Kids might be listening, you know.
Well, luckily we're after 9 o'clock, but we've got to keep it family friendly.
Exactly.
Is there any of the songs on this EP that are coming? I'm digging deep here. Any that are personal experience? Any stories you can tell us about? I mean, Rockstar. What was the concept behind that?
Rockstar was probably, I think that's my favorite song on the project. First of all, the beat took the producer Swiss Liz like almost a few minutes to make, and I mean it was just natural. That's probably one of the fastest songs I've recorded. It just came out naturally. First of all, the beat itself, the instrumental just grabs your attention and drags you along. So I just went into the mic, and then we wrote what we thought fit the vibe of the song, basically. So that wasn't really too. It's not like I was thinking about anything crazy. It was just I went with the flow of the instrumental, and that was what came out. What other song do I think I connect with? The For You song. The For You song,
yes,
the one
which
you
I really like.
played.
I really like that one.
Yes, that song. To be honest, I had to convince my producer to put it on the project because he wasn't really sold on that. But I felt like that song was nostalgic. There are a lot of verses, there are a lot of lines there that have been used in previous songs, especially here in Nigeria, and anyone that has been in tune with the Nigerian music scene would recognize some of those lyrics. So that song took me like a few minutes to write. It was natural. Another song I connect with is 3 a.m. in Ikoyi.
Okay.
3 a.m. in Ikoyi. That's the first song on the project. That song I feel is another favorite of mine. That came from a very deep place. That and On My Own too. Those two songs came from a very deep place, and if you listen to the lyrics, I hope everyone listening to me would actually go and listen to the songs. But they're probably one of the few songs that you'd actually connect to. Any other person listening would connect to, especially if you're the kind of person that I am, just a chill, no stress, no wahala type of person.
That's good. I want to talk to you about the track that I can't stop playing in the beat. We've got the beat rolling in the background now, Badaman, which, from a production point of view, has got a very 90s R&B vibe. I know your producer sampled Karen Wheeler, for example. I'm not sure you're aware of that track from the early 90s.
I am.
That is actually a big track in Manchester. It was when it came out anyway. Talk to me about your producer. How did you end up working with him, and what kind of sounds and ideas did he bring to your EP?
Okay. Swiss Liz, he was introduced to me by a friend of mine that went to school together. So, I mean, at first, it was just, I met him when I dropped my first EP, and when I was trying to drop my first EP, and I needed to record 2 more songs on the project, so he helped me record that. And from there, I mean, we became good friends, and honestly, Swiss was one of the few people that believed in me, especially at that period where a lot of people were making a lot of promises. I had a lot of people come tell me they were going to fund my music, but they would disappoint me at the last minute. But Swiss believed in my dream and the sound, and then decided to work with me. And honestly, a lot of the songs, like especially the trap-sounding songs, because Swiss is also an artist. He also he started off in Vancouver, Canada, and he moved down here a few years ago. So I think the whole, if you, especially with Badaman, for instance, he was trying to mess with that whole UK sound.
Sure.
So, if you listen to the lyrics as well, we tried to make it fit that UK market, and I feel like his exposure at Canada affects the way he makes his music, or he makes his beats. For instance, if you listen to songs like the 3 a.m. in Ikoyi, the Rockstar, those are real trap beats, but I sort of brought my own flow into that, brought that Nigerian feel as well. So even if someone in the US is listening to the music, they'll still know that this this is probably, if they know about the Nigerian culture, they would be able to put the pieces together, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
But yeah, Sis has been a blessing to me.
He's a very talented guy, very talented. I can hear it in the production.
He's super talented. You can't even the stuff I've done is probably even one of the least of the things he's done. He's produced a lot of projects and a lot of artists as well. And I think it's just a matter of time before the world gets to hear him properly. This thing is turn by turn.
Can you tell me about, and as I've been playing this sound, interviewing other artists from Nigeria, I'm just finding out that there seems to be like a struggle to get the music played on air. There's payola situations. What is it like from your point of view, would you say? How do you feel about it?
Yes, it is. It is. It's a problem. The fact that many of us have to, wet pockets before our music will be played. But
I just find it scandalous. It's absolutely scandalous.
It is.
If I put Nigerian radio on now, am I hearing a good mix of music, or is it just the same 5 tracks on rotation because they've paid a certain amount of monies to DJs out there to play them? Is it that bad?
Well, mostly you hear the same music over and over again. But if I'm being honest and very candid, I feel like when in this industry, it's money that speaks. It's not really talent. That's the way I think.
Yes.
It's not. If we're gonna be honest with ourselves, you have to invest some sort of money to make sure that even if someone likes your music, it has to be on rotation, technically. So that's what people usually do. They just drop some money so that at least anytime someone is making a playlist, they say, okay, this person did this for me. Okay, let me. For me, it's normal. I think even in the biggest scale, even with record labels, I'm sure that they still have to drop some sort of money, payola, so that even if you're a star or not, your song is constantly on rotation. It's business at the end of the day. But I'm not saying that it's right. I feel like people should give room for new sound. And it also tells a lot about the on-air personality as well. I feel like people like you should have an ear for new music, should be looking for new music every time.
Sure. Because
without people like you, people like us would never be noticed, would never come out in the light. So yes, I think there has to be a balance. On-air personalities and the radio stations in general have to find a way to mix this to make the money however you feel you can make your money, but also give opportunities for people to be heard as well. That's what the radio is for.
Have I told you what OAP means in the UK?
What does it mean?
It means old age pensioner. Because it was a revelation to me to find out that OAP in Nigeria meant on-air personality. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely. Because I was getting messages going, "You're a great OAP," and I'm thinking, I'm not a pensioner yet. What am I getting these messages? So yeah, Jane. There's some on a serious level though. There's some artists who basically they want to make music because they want to be known for making good quality music that their fans, listeners can connect to. And then there's artists out there that just want to be famous and go to the top. Where do you feel yourself going? What is the end game for you, if there is one?
Right now, I'm going with the flow. It really, they say that you make plans until life hits you in the face with its actual plan. I can't really say. I cannot possibly imagine where I'll be in the next 5 years, but my plan is to keep working, keep making good music, to keep putting out good music. And, if it's the will of God, you never know. I could be signed to some, maybe Atlantic Records.
It could happen.
It could happen, and you never know. My music will be played all over the world. So I really don't know. My plan is just keep making good music, keep putting out good music, and then let my music speak for itself. If people love it, grow my fan base organically.
And I think that's exactly what's happened to you with this EP. I see a growth. What are your social media handles for the listeners who might want to follow you?
Okay, Twitter is at the janechuks, Instagram janechuks, and Facebook the janechuks as well.
Well, thanks so much for calling in, Jane. And when I get, I should say if or when I get to Nigeria, you know I'm going to be hitting you up, yeah?
Yay!
We're going to go and party. So thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Have a great week. Keep this music coming because I so believe in you. You know that, don't you?
Thank you so much. Thank you. I am super grateful for you, Stevie. I mean, we're lucky to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And here's one of your smashes from the EP, Badder Man. Take care, Jane. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Feel the vibe on Legacy. Legacy.
Spend some time with you, yeah. That's all I wanna do, yeah. You got me in the mood, yeah. Sitting, reminiscing, your touch is what I'm missing, yeah. Texting, you're the only one that I'm texting. And you did give me energy, never ever felt like this before. Everyone falls in love sometimes. You do it better, baby. I'm proud to be your lady anytime. You are better than, you are better than, yeah. Ain't no better man, ain't no better man here. You are better than, nobody better, I swear. Ain't no better man, ain't no better man here. I just want to be with you, darling. Yeah, this distance is killing me. Yeah. Like the sunshine in Africa, you light up my world. Stay with me, dance to the beat. Yeah, baby. You are better than, you are better than, yeah. Ain't no better man, ain't no better man here. You are better than, nobody better, I swear. Ain't no better man, ain't no better man here. I can't